Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you're new.
I'm Jonathan, she's Lynn, and we are Create and Capture Life.
Still. This is, first of all, today is October 1st while we're filming this. We're gonna try to do Vlogtober. Thanks Todd for the inspiration. So we will be putting something up every single day in the month of October, which by the way is the best month of the year.
Both of our birthdays are in October.
So we are gonna try our best, whether it's a short or a full-length video or whatever. We're gonna try to put something up every day this month, so wish us luck. Today we're gonna talk about the Switch It Up huddle that we just got back from on Wednesday afternoon. If you guys don't follow Switch It Up, they're a YouTube channel, Todd and Sheila. Go ahead and search them, they're hysterical. Yeah. They do huddles. It's something that they started a while back, and at the last minute, when we were at the Snowflower Resort, which if you haven't seen the Snowflower review, I'll link it for you. While we were there, we decided we were gonna go to the huddle because it was in Utah, and that's, you could do it within a day's drive of our house. And by the way, we are in the flight path of the Pacific Air Show that's going on right now in Huntington Beach, California. Yep. So that will happen. We've had the Blue Angels, we've had all kinds of aircraft flying right over us all week while they've been practicing. And obviously that was someone, I can't see who they are because we're under the pergola, but that's somebody going to the air show right now. So if you hear that throughout this video, that's what that is. For
those of you that are prior or active military, you'll know where we are based on the proximity of the jets to Huntington Beach. We are actually just down the street from the Los Alamitos Joint Forces Base, which is where apparently all the jets are staged for the show. Yeah. So the flight path has them coming around right overhead for the takeoff and landing. Yeah. So you'll hear all week. That. Yep.
They've been practicing. Now it's cool. I'm not complaining at all because it's pretty awesome to see the jets, especially the Blue Angels flying in formation and things like that right over your head, and you don't have to go to the air show to see it, so it's kind of cool. But it does get loud, so caveat to that if you hear it, and we stop a couple times. Okay, so the Switch It Up huddle, as I was saying, basically it's a get-together of people who RV either full-time or part-time, and it's coordinated by Switch It Up, Todd and Sheila, or as Todd says, mostly Sheila organizes it with the help of Megan. And literally the show's going on at Huntington Beach right now. So this one was from Thursday to Monday. So you showed up on Thursday, you could check into the RV park on Thursday. Their first get together was for dinner that night, and it ended on Monday. Monday morning basically was
everybody saying goodbye. Yeah,
goodbyes and people that left. We didn't leave that day, we stayed an extra day because we didn't want to rush, but basically that's it. So it's, what is that, 5 days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So basically 5 days of activities. And on this one there were ATV rides, you could go telescope, stargazing, horseback riding, hiking. There was a dinner out at a restaurant called Ebenezer's. Oh, by the way, it was in Bryce Canyon, Utah. Yeah. I guess I didn't say that. Which,
by the way, is I don't know how certified, but it is dark sky. I don't know if it's true dark sky, but it was pretty impressive. As part of the activities, part of the festivities, one of the things that one of the couples, Tom and Marlo, did every night is they hosted a bonfire, and it wasn't really a bonfire. They had one of those really cool propane fire pits.
Which is better, in my opinion, because you don't have the smoke signals going up and
yeah, exactly. Well, and
invading everyone's RV with smoke.
Yeah, and because we were out there, without smoke and a lot of light from a bonfire, we were able to see satellites flying overhead, the Milky Way. It was just absolutely fantastic.
So thank you, Tom and Marla, for doing that, because I didn't go out during the fireside chats, basically. Jonathan did every night. I stayed in all the nights because my allergies were off the charts for one day, and then my stomach, I don't know if it was something I ate at the huddle or what, but one of the nights I was not down for leaving the RV. Let's just put it that way. So if you guys are interested in going to one of the Switch It Up huddles, you can check their they do have a website. I forgot what it is, but just go on.
I think it's Switch It Up USA.
I actually don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to say it
Yeah.
wrong. I'll put it on the screen here because I'll look it up. And you can just check into their huddles. They do them across the country. Like I said, this one was in Bryce Canyon, Utah. And okay, so let's talk about what you do at a huddle. So this one, the first night, we met up at a park, which was 10 minutes from the RV park. And we just did pizza. They had pizza and sodas, and we just, they introduced themselves, and we met a bunch of people, and just chit chatted. So it was nice.
It was a good introduction to the whole event because you had everybody at one time, one place, and then they do a really good job of getting people together. So trying to have people find common interests and stuff like that, because the huddles are not just about them. It's it's about the community. So, which is honestly the coolest part about them.
Yeah. And then at the first night, we got a name tag, which you needed to go to certain food to eat. Like they needed to know you were part of the Switch crew.
Yeah.
But also on the back of the name tags was the itinerary for every day. So if you weren't sure what was going on that day, there was a Facebook group, or there is a Facebook group dedicated to the people who went to this huddle, so you could check that every day. But it was nice to have it on your name tag, because if you weren't sure what was going on that day, you could look at your name tag on the back and you knew where to be, or what was going on. Second day, there was ATV riding and all that, and then it was a box lunch, so it was like a turkey sandwich with chips and apple, I think is what it was. The next day, there was a food truck for lunch and dinner,
which was incredible.
So the lunch was burgers, and the dinner was, you had your choice between lasagna or chicken Alfredo, I think it was.
It was like a smoked chicken
You could
Alfredo.
get half, or you could do one or the other. It was a food truck, so the lasagna, I got the lasagna, it was good. I don't know about I didn't do the Alfredo, but
I had the chicken Alfredo, it was really good.
I heard from other people that it was all really good. Yeah. And then the last night was dinner and a show, kind of like a country western show at Ebenezer's in Bryce Canyon. So it was like a kind of a buffet, and you had to pick ahead of time if you wanted chicken or barbecue or fish or something. I forgot what the other option was, but we picked barbecue. I will say, if you're going to Ebenezer's in Bryce Canyon, the regular cost is, he looked it up, it's $40 a person for the dinner. It's not a true buffet because you don't serve yourself, they serve it for you, and you have to pick what you want. We had both picked barbecue, and it was barbecue pork. I didn't eat it. I actually am not a fan of pork. I'll eat it sometimes, I just wasn't in the mood. And there was like a strawberry shortcake kind of dessert, but everyone at our table said it was like they had cut it the day before and left it out because it was not fresh at all. Yeah. The food, I would give the food at Ebenezer's a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, probably about the same.
But
it was okay.
You're mostly paying for the show. You're not paying for gourmet food. You're paying for it was a country western band, and they were playing covers, and they did play one original song. The nice thing about this Ebenezer's though is if you're staying at the Ruby's RV park, which is where the huddle people stayed, you could walk to Ebenezer's, you could walk to a general store, you could walk to things, which is cool for us because we don't have a tow vehicle, so that was nice. So if you ever do go to Ruby's, there are a lot of things within walking distance, food, groceries, like that kind of thing, so it's pretty nice. And we didn't do the extra add-ons, so we're gonna get into kind of what it costs.
This is what it cost us
to go to a huddle, this huddle.
Yep.
They all have different costs. The two of us tickets to go to the huddle was $529.76. That included the food that we just said. The pizza, box lunch and dinner, and then the restaurant. So we paid $529.76 to go to the huddle.
For both of us.
Yeah. The RV park, because there was a discount for huddle members, we stayed there
5 nights.
5 nights. It was $261.62. Food that we bought before, like at the grocery store to take with us because we needed to have food other days. And we also went up a day before and stayed a day after. So the groceries that we bought were $279.53, and we're stupid and ended up throwing about $30 worth of meat away because we didn't cook it, and the refrigerator wasn't as cold as it should have been. And yes, we threw away like $30 worth of meat. So that hurt my financial heart. So don't do that. Don't BS.
It was a hot travel day, and I probably should have put the meat in the freezer instead of leaving it in the refrigerator.
Live and learn.
Oh well.
Whatever. Gas, we paid $549.78 for gas to get to Bryce Canyon, Utah, back to Southern California. Propane was $36.34. Obviously, we didn't use all that propane, but we just had to top off our propane tank. Then we stayed one night at a KOA on the way there in St. George, Utah. If you're ever in St. George, Utah, stay at this KOA because it's one of our favorites.
Yep.
We'll do a review on that too. $51.95. Because we're KOA members, we saved, I think, $10.
Yeah.
And then we stayed at a brand new RV park called Settlers
Point.
A luxury RV. I don't know, it's got a really long name. We're gonna do a review of that too. That was $69.64. So the total for us to be gone from Thursday morning, right? We left Thursday morning, we came back Wednesday afternoon, drove up here Wednesday afternoon, was $1,778.62. That's what it cost us. Now, the non-negotiables are the HUDDLE tickets, which was the $529. The RV park was $261 and change. Those are the non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Your gas, your groceries, if you went to other RV parks, your prices may change. But keep in mind also that if you did do the ATV ride, I think that was another like $50-something a person for the ATV rides. Then the horseback riding would have been extra. The telescope thing would have been extra. So we didn't do those things, but if you wanted to do those things, you would add that into your cost.
And they did have some events that were free of charge. They did a morning hike. They had a Todd hike and a Sheila hike.
Yeah.
Sheila's hikes are usually longer. Todd's hikes are usually much more simple. If you follow them, you understand.
Or shorter and like mostly our kind of hikes.
Yeah. They also did an e-bike ride where they took the e-bikes into Bryce Canyon.
So that was, if you had an e-bike, you could just go.
So if you had an e-bike,
I forgot about that one.
Coming soon though, maybe. And then there was, and obviously the fireside every night.
Just the community part of it, meeting new people, chatting with new people, hearing their stories, sharing your story. That was cool, and then on Sunday morning they did do, it wasn't church, but it was like a worship time. So Sheila spoke during that, and we sang a couple songs and stuff, so that was really nice.
We didn't just sing. It was like,
Everybody. Like church.
Nobody wants to hear this.
Yeah.
Sing. Nope.
And then there's also at every huddle, there's a give bag, which is really cool. They're all different. At this one, we were building boxes for Operation Christmas Child. So they sent us a list ahead of time. We bought a bunch of stuff on the list to donate. So did everybody else. I think it looked like mostly everybody brought stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And we packed 100 of those boxes within about 45 minutes. And because you have to do them based on boy, girl, and different age groups.
Three different age groups.
So we did that within about 45 minutes because, lots of hands make simple work. So we were able to do that. And there was tons of stuff left over, donations. So one of the couples, I forgot their names, I'm sorry, but they offered to drive all those boxes and all the extra stuff back to
Kansas City
so they could be donated to Operation Christmas Child. So that was really cool. It's really nice to give back. We love volunteering anyway. If you guys know Jonathan and I, we volunteer all the time. So this was really cool for us.
Yeah.
It was something different.
One of the coolest things about it was actually getting to watch everybody, the whole group, pack the boxes. Everybody was really excited because we put everything out on the tables kind of based on gender and ish age group. things. There was like things that were unisex. There were things that were like definitely boy, definitely girl type situations.
Yeah. Everything from crayons to toys to washcloths, toothbrushes, like all kinds of stuff. It was just really, and it was packing the boxes was fun because like I did one for each girl age group, so that I think the youngest is like, I don't remember honestly. It was like 2 to 4, 5 to 9, and 10 to 13, I think. And so I did one for each. I was able to build one for each girl age group, and then Jonathan was doing the boy ones, and it was really fun. And the idea of knowing that these kids are going to open these and we included notes to them. We were able to write notes and put them in the boxes, and just the idea that these kids are going to open these boxes at Christmas and we had something to do with creating smiles and happiness in their life is really cool. So I really liked that. I think that was one of my favorite things. I really liked it.
Yeah,
they also did a movie day. So they're in Panguitch is the name of the town. It's like 20 minutes outside of Bryce. They went to the movies. We didn't go because they were showing Maverick and we've seen it twice. So we were like, yeah, we're not gonna go watch it a third time. But the videos I did see from the little old theater were really cool. So that was part of it also. That was part of the cost. So overall, would you go to another huddle?
I would, actually, absolutely.
I would. It was nice to have organized times to get together. You know, okay, we have to be at lunch, we have to be at dinner. I mean, obviously you didn't have to, but dinner's at this time, lunch is at this time, this is at that time, whatever. It was nice to have an itinerary. They did a really good job giving you time on your own, but also scheduling things. And it was nice to talk to so many people. I'm gonna name some of the people that we met. Not all of them, but these are the ones that we talked to the most.
Yeah, we met a lot of people, and I know some of you guys have joined our group and are following us here on YouTube now also.
So thank you for that. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps us. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up because it helps us in the YouTube algorithm world.
And we actually talked about algorithms while we were there, so if you have a second, just drop a comment down below saying hi, thanks, just something.
Or ask us questions about RV life or whatever. So Tom and Marlo and I were cracking up because we have a lot in common from our childhoods, so that was really fun. Todd and Sheila, obviously from Switch It Up, they were very nice.
We actually ran into them again on the road.
They drove past us.
They drove past us, yeah.
Todd, you drive too fast. No.
Maybe that's why you have a problem with the truck. Never mind, I'm just kidding.
They swooped right past us on the freeway. Alex and Donald, they live in Vegas, so we're hoping to go visit them at some point. Jason and Linda live in California, so we're hoping that we can, meet up with them somewhere. Trish and Greg, we're now friends on Facebook also with these people and other social media, Instagram and things. And also Jim and Sue. So we met a lot of really cool people. We met a lot more people than that, but those are the ones that we talked to the most, or we have pictures of them, with them and things like that. And then overall, I think it was great. I think it was really expensive for us, and it wasn't in our budget for the month, so it all went on the credit card, which sucks. But you know what? Overall, it was worth it.
Totally worth it. And actually, I got a chance to meet Phil, who's a fellow RV tech. He runs Show Mobile RV, Small Home on Wheels Mobile RV Tech, and he's going to be out chasing huddles next year. And I look forward to getting to spend time with him again. We actually together, by virtue of he left and I finished off, but we discovered that one of the guys at the huddle had a bad soft start.
On his air conditioner. You don't know what he's talking about.
So he started the troubleshooting process and then kind of gave me the heads up where he finished off, and I kept going from there. And nope, I couldn't figure out either. So then they took the soft start off, and hey, look, everything works again. So they contacted soft start, and there you go. First soft start I've seen that actually had a problem from factory. So.
Oh, and Jonathan also fixed their fireplace while he was there because in troubleshooting the air conditioner, he found that the problem that they'd been having with their fireplace was easy to fix, and so that's how it works.
Yeah, they went to a dealer or had another mobile or something. I don't remember the whole story. They had someone diagnose a problem with their the outlet for the fireplace, and they said, "Oh, it's a floating neutral." I didn't know that was a problem. They never told me anything about it. So while I was looking at their electrical panel, making sure everything was nice and tight, like you should be doing as a mobile RV tech, when you're touching the electrical system, I said, "Hey, look at this." I said, "There's a floating wire here." And I lined it up to the schematic of the panel, and I said, "It's this fireplace. Are you guys having a problem with your fireplace?" And they had an aha moment of, yes, we had to reroute the power to the fireplace up to where I think their coffee maker or something like that was. So now they get to have that outlet back. They get to plug in
for the coffee maker, which is important.
Yes, and they get to have their
because we appreciate coffee, so
and they get to have their fireplace where it's supposed to be plugged in. So
they can use both at the same time now.
Yeah. So I just plugged it, plugged the wire back in, screwed it down, and it should be good to go. So
for those of you asking about Jonathan and his RV tech stuff, yes, he does do RV tech work.
Yes. This
he did free of charge because we were at the Huddle, and why not?
We've kind of touched the subject a couple times, but I just really want to say the thing that I think I got the most, and I believe Lynn got the most of out of the Huddle, is adding to our community. One of the things that we want to make sure we have once we do hit the road, which more information on that coming soon, hopefully, in an upcoming video.
Our lease is up in April, guys.
Yeah. So we want to make sure that we have connections out on the road, people that we can reach out to, talk to, and connect with. And I think that's what we now have started growing.
Well, the nice thing is, too, it's just nice to be... A lot of times when you tell people you're going to live in an RV full time, they look at you. There's two ways that this gets received. One is, oh, so you're going to be homeless, which technically yes, but it's kind of a negative. Yeah. And then there's the people who think, oh my God, I wish I could do that. That's amazing. And it was nice to be surrounded by people, like-minded people, and spend time chatting with people that are thinking the same route we're thinking, and getting pointers from them and advice from them on different things that we could do, should do, shouldn't do, places to go, things like that. It was just really cool because obviously we're not full-time yet, and so we don't meet a lot of other RVers, and it was nice.
Yeah.
And it was nice because it wasn't rushed.
Right. It's actually, having a lot of those full-time questions answered, and not just from people that you watch on YouTube. Actually, a lot of these folks are not on YouTube at all. They may watch YouTube, but they don't create content.
Yeah. Or they're not a lot. I was really surprised at how many people weren't full-time. I thought we would be the odd man out, but honestly, there were more people who aren't full-time yet than there were full-time people. So that was nice because then we felt like, okay, this is cool. And I don't know, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to spend time with new people, good people. There were a lot of laughs.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear some people complaining about things during the Huddle. They didn't like the food, or they didn't like the show, or they didn't like this or that or the other thing, and whatever, to each his own. I just, take it with a grain of salt. We had a great time. We would go again if it was close to us, or once we're on the road. If it's somewhere we're going to be anyway, we would definitely go again.
I did hear a rumor that they're doing one in Colorado, so that's not too far away.
Yeah. So, yes, we would go again. Like we said, it's Switch It Up. Here on YouTube, it's Switch It Up. Not it. Just Switch It Up.
Yeah, 3 words. Switch It Up.
That's the name of their channel. And I will, like I said, I'll put the name of their website on here. Todd and Sheila, thank you so much for putting this together. We are so glad that we decided to go at the last minute, even though it wasn't in the budget. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm not going to say it, but because we're on YouTube, but family channel. But sometimes you just have to go for it, and we did, and we're glad we did.
Yep.
So thank you guys for being here. If you have any questions about the huddle in general or any of the other things that we talked about here, we will do a Ruby's Campground review separately, but if you do have questions currently, ask us about that, Bryce Canyon, any of that, Utah, all those things, drop them down below. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for being here, and thank God it's October. Stay safe, stay healthy.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.